Welcome everybody to How We Talk Podcast. My name is Fidel.
I'm Izzy.
And here today we are in studio with Joel Lopez.
On location.
On location, correct. As you guys can see, we don't have any of the usual bar. We're not at the shop. We're on location. So there you go. Have at it.
What's up, Joel?
Doing all right, man. How about you guys?
Good, good.
Some of you guys might know Joe as J.Lo, the original J.Lo. Well, she had the name first, but we're like...
Yeah, but it was
right?
really early. It was early on, though. I mean, she didn't like...
Yeah, she was
really
just like, I think, yeah. There was no social media to take over.
That's true.
Were you ever on In Living Color?
I was not.
Shaking your butt?
I was not,
all right,
unfortunately.
then.
But he did dance with flags. And he dated a Puerto Rican once.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, did you really? I was just...
No, actually, I haven't.
Damn. That's too bad.
I wish I did, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could probably do that. That J.Lo would probably stuck a little better.
So anyways, how you doing, Joel?
I'm all right, man.
How's everything?
It's good. It's good. I had a weekend off, a long weekend off. I normally work Saturdays, so had Saturday off. So
it's like a little mini vacation for you right now.
It's like a mini vacation. And I normally have Mondays and Tuesdays off.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I forgot that I was going to have Saturday off, and I already told one of the other clinics that I work at that I was supposed to work Monday. That was like an extra overtime shift. So I was just like, I just completely screwed up my 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my bad, though.
Now, you said a clinic, right? You're a physician's assistant. Let's clarify because we had an episode. It was one of our first ones, right? Lewis?
Yeah.
And what did he say? He said, you guys all remember what he said?
He like dubbed me. He knighted me a gynecologist.
He said he's a gynecologist.
Yeah.
What?
Dr. G, dude.
Dr. G.
Can
you clarify?
Yes, I can.
Now that you're here in studio?
Yeah.
So I need to set the record straight. One, I am not a gynecologist. Neither am I a doctor. But
do you play one on TV?
Yeah, actually. That's my side hustle.
There you go.
Yeah, so
That's the side hustle.
That's the side hustle. Yeah,
Being
I'm in the wrong
famous.
business. Yeah, I'm in the wrong business. Yeah, medicine. I mean, there's a lot of work out there, but yeah, that side hustle's paying the bills.
Yeah.
No, I'm a physician assistant.
Okay.
So physician's assistant sounds a little bit more like somebody owns me. You know?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But physician assistant is the technical title.
Okay.
So,
or just short for PA.
PA. Yeah.
That's what everyone knows, right?
Well, not everybody. Actually, you'd be surprised that people are like, "Are you the doctor?" I'm like, "No, I'm the PA." And like, the what? And like the PA, physician assistant. Sometimes they're like,
The personal announcement.
Yeah, no. Actually, honestly, where I work, we have only our first name.
Yeah.
On our name tags. We don't put last names just in case people want to like stalk you or something. Right. So we have our first name.
J.Lo.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? I have a sticker on it. It says J.Lo at the bottom. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They used one of the girls at the clinic used one of those label machines.
Yeah, those little
brothers.
Yeah, exactly. So she like printed something out, kind of. She's like, "Hey, put this on your ID badge." I put that on there. So technically, yeah. Well, they're double-sided, but anyways, there's a first name and then my title afterwards. So, some people are RNs. We got some MAs and PA, so it looks like Joel, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Like, people are like, Pennsylvania? I was like, nah, it's never mind.
When I go to the clinic and as soon as someone walks in, I always think it's a nurse.
Really?
I always think it's a nurse. For whatever
Are they
reason.
Filipino?
For the most part.
Yeah,
for the most part. And they got those small little fingers too. I'm like, yes. No, I'm not there yet. I haven't done one of those yet.
You got a little while to go.
Yeah, I got a while to go. I haven't done one of those yet. But I might go in there just for practice, just to see how it is,
Make a real time.
Gotta get used to
when
it.
the game time's on there. Yeah, you'll. It's it's not a good thing.
You definitely don't want the big Samoan doctor to check you, right?
No, I've never had it done on me, but I've had to do it, clinically on some other dudes, and it doesn't seem fun at all.
Yeah. No thanks. So what kind of things do you experience?
What do I do at work?
Yeah, okay. Let's go with that.
I work at a women's health clinic, so that's kind of shorthand for gynecologist clinic. So I can see how Daniel probably I could see how that's where he would have kind of misunderstood, that's what he does.
Yeah,
he must be
right,
gynecologist, so to speak. So I essentially do. Or actually perform, pretty much any procedures gynecologists do. So mostly like family planning type stuff. So like birth control, STD checks, basically, just everything having to deal with sexual health, education. A lot of it's like birth control, pap smear, stuff like that. So you can probably get the idea of like all the other things I get to do. So
Yes, we do.
Now, a lot of people go like, oh my God, like especially you guys are like, oh my God, that's like the best job ever. I go, nah, man, it's not really like that. And they're like, really? And I go, yeah, like, when your girl's like having some problems, and they're like, yeah, I'm the guy that they see. And then it kind of like light bulb goes off, and they're like, oh, okay.
And then I send them over to you.
Yep.
So you should be thanking me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, is it true, like, how like doctors that help with birthing children, right? The majority of the work done is by the nurses, in my opinion. And the doctor comes in, cool, they did good, everything's good, snip, snip, I'm out. You send me the bill, you know what I mean?
Well, that would be an obstetrician.
Oh.
So obstetrician is basically the doctor who deals with pregnancies.
Mm-hmm.
Gynecologist is basically kind of the other half of just all the lady parts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but you know what? In any clinical setting, hospital, or anywhere that you're gonna go where there's medicine, nurses make the world go around there.
Oh,
Everywhere,
yeah, for sure.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
In a small clinic, big hospital, anywhere, any from the emergency room to wherever there's doctors and
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for the nurses, then I mean, nothing would really get done.
Yeah.
Right?
It'd be too much work
Yeah.
for clinicians, like myself. So nurses out there, big proppers.
Yep. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to all the nurses out there. Anyone in the medical field.
And they're not all Filipino, dude.
Nah,
Yeah, that's
nah, dude, 95%.
So
No, but the nurses, they do a lot of work. But, like clinicians kind of do some of the most important, medical procedures that obviously, like, that's why we go to school for, so long to, learn about the training, learn about, medications, diseases, illnesses, stuff like that. A lot of nurses actually end up becoming NPs, nurse practitioners, which, is kind of like, pretty much a colleague with the physician assistant. So, I mean, they can write prescriptions like we can. They can make diagnoses. They can order labs, order x-rays, pretty much, anything a doctor does too. So there's a little bit of like legal kind of separation in terms of responsibility and duties that an NP and a PA have.
Right.
They're kind of subtle.
Yeah.
And unless you're like in the business, like, it'll kind of make sense. But, for the most part, they can do pretty much anything that we can do too. So they were kind of like neck and neck with, like medical responsibility, stuff like that. But you see a lot of MPs in a little bit different settings a lot more often. So you'll see them like in the pediatrics, departments, floors and stuff like that. You'll see them a lot more in like OB, offices, stuff like that. PAs, you can see them like emergency rooms, operating rooms, stuff like that. MPs usually don't kind of go that route. Mm-hmm. So you see them kind of like in different niches, kind of in medicine. And then you see somewhere there's just like 50-50 PAs and MPs. So. Yeah.
Is, I know for sure about this. I've seen the movie Meet the Parents. Wait, Meet the Fockers? Meet the Parents.
The one with Meet the Parents is the first one, I think.
Yeah, well, that whole trilogy.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I've seen that movie, and there's obviously male nurses, but is it mostly female dominated, that field of RNs?
Or is there I don't know the numbers. I mean, I know the numbers for PAs. Like, guys are like way outnumbered. I think, I think I was...
For PAs?
Yeah. Like, I was reading up the numbers. I think it's like 75-25% females in PAs, like nationwide. So, like, there's not a whole lot of guys out there, but I don't know exactly why. I mean, this, I figure it's like 50-50 sort of thing, but it just happens to be that way.
Yeah.
Nurses, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to look that up. But I mean, just when you're in clinic, it probably is something similar to that, I would imagine.
Yeah.
70-30% or something like that.
Just because, I mean, from the movie, they gave him a hard time, right? Because it was a male nurse, right? And, I think there should be more Ben Stillers out there, right? Yeah. Why not?
I don't run into a whole lot of male nurses, but they're out there though.
Yeah.
They're out there.
Yeah, they are in the Philippines.
I'm
just kidding. I thought you were gonna say
this guy wants to go on vacation somewhere.
I know. You go to the Philippines.
As long as you don't go to Thailand, no.
I thought you were gonna say something like, you know, I've seen surgeries done on TV. So is it the same?
Like a TV show?
Yeah.
Surgery actually. I did a surgical rotation. Our rotations when you're in school are like about 30 days. 30 days on, at least where the school I went to. If you go to other schools, sometimes it's longer. It's like 6 weeks or something. So I did a 30-day rotation actually at a hospital down here in West Covina, Queen of the Valley.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Queen of the Valley. That's where I was born.
Citrus.
Lily was born there. Vincent was born there.
Levi.
Bunch
No
of
kidding.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I was born actually probably a couple blocks from there. There's a little hospital. You know where the old Kmart used to be, right across the street from?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Intercommunity.
No. Well,
Intercommunity is right here in Covina.
Yeah, that's actually part of.
My cousin was born at that hospital, that white one in the corner.
Yeah.
By the freeway, where the freeway goes down.
Exactly. Yeah, that's where I was born.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah,
I heard that was a really ghetto ass clinic or hospital.
Oh,
It's an asylum now.
Is it?
No, just
Really? I haven't been there since I was born, so I couldn't tell you.
that's wild.
Yeah, I was born there. So I was born right here in West Covina. So
Right on.
Well, you know, why don't we have? I was thinking you said asylum, but why don't we have? What happened to the asylums? Like they're all like, there's no more asylums, right? Like
they shut those down. Like they started doing like lobotomies and all crazy experimentation and stuff like that. So
body chambers and all that weird stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I saw them all in movies too. So scary.
Because they're all out here now on the streets. All the ones that should have been in the asylum.
Yeah, well, a lot of times, you know, you see them end up in like hospitals, you know.
Yeah.
Like, they're like schizophrenic or you know, like something's going on. A lot of them, have like some really, really, you know, crazy issues. So they always end up in the hospital and stuff like that. So, but they do have mental health facilities.
Yeah.
You know, specifically for psychiatric, you know, sort of issues, and so you know, they're not called asylums, I guess, but they're kind of
because it was back then. It was just like I think with the mental health facilities now, I think they're trying to find a solution and trying to medicate and see what's going on. Whereas the asylums are probably more like, let's just throw them in there. It's a prison, right?
Shock them real quick.
Yeah, let's just throw them in there and whatever.
Yeah,
keep them there.
sorts of crazy things, but I'm sure like that kind of phased out a long time ago.
Yeah.
What are you at one like specific location?
Yeah, I am actually working in Victorville.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little bit of a drive. For anyone who knows the drive out to Vegas, it's like, gosh, I guess from like LA area, it'd probably take you about 45 minutes to about an hour to get just to Victorville. But
just right here, all you gotta say is Cajon Pass.
Cajon Pass.
Yeah.
That's a treacherous freaking pass.
Yeah, and if it gets shut down, you either get stuck up there or you get stuck down here.
Yeah, and like wintertime, like when there's snow or it's icy, forget about it. Dude.
Is that when people say, "Oh, I'm going downhill"?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They call it the hill.
Going down the hill.
Going down the hill.
Everyone up there, because obviously I don't live up there. They're always like, "Oh yeah, well I have to go down the hill." I'm like, "Oh okay, like down the hill."
Yeah,
like,
that's weird to me.
Down the hill, up the hill. Yeah, I used to work out there for years.
Up the hill.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd go out there about 3 times a week. It was a drive, dude. It's. I mean, I don't have to tell you. Right? It's crazy.
Even in the summertime, not even just the wintertime. Summertime where it's fire season, like
about
now.
Oh yeah.
Actually, there was a Friday, I think. I got off work on Friday. I think it must have been like 6 o'clock. And there was like a car fire on the side of the road, and sure enough, it set all the brush around it. Dang. So they shut down a bunch of the lanes for like an hour. It just backed up all the traffic.
Yeah, right.
It was clear by the time I passed it, but by then it was like already an extra 45 minutes to an hour, drive on top of my normal drive. So
how's work? They're pretty cool and lenient when it comes to stuff like that. Obviously,
I mean, because that's something you have no control over that. Right. So what they always tell you to do is like pack like an extra bag, like leave it in your car, so that way if you're up there and then you
can't come back.
Huh?
You stay up there.
Yeah, they stay up there, so they'll put you up at a hotel.
Oh, cool.
And there's a couple of nice hotels up there, and just kind of just crash there for the night and just hope that you have a shift the next day, or otherwise you're waiting forever just to for your day off just to get back home. So they're usually pretty cool about that. Actually, several months ago, I got stuck down here. I think it was right around the winter time, and there was they had closed it off like overnight because it like water froze up. Yeah. And so they called me like early the next morning. They said, "Hey, you're not gonna be able to get up here." But they said, "Why don't you go to a different clinic, down here and, just pick up a shift there." So I was like, all right, yeah. It actually was in Anaheim. And so it's a lot closer to where I live. Yeah. Problem is to get to Anaheim, it takes a lot longer because everybody's going that same direction.
Yeah,
so instead of a 30-minute drive for somewhere it's a lot further.
Yeah.
For me, it was somewhere closer, but I ended up spending an extra like hour and a half.
Yeah, that drive's terrible, man. At 57.
So it wasn't a win-win situation.
No.
It was closer,
what do they call that? They call that something.
No, that one, you're thinking Orange Crush, right?
That's not that.
No, that one's the Orange Crush is over there with City of Orange, over there by the 57 and the 22, with the 57, the 22, and the 5B.
Oh yeah.
Right. So you pass the 91.
It's a big mall out there, right?
The San Animal.
San Animal.
What do they call it?
No, it's the Block at Orange. Is that it?
The block.
Oh yeah,
the block.
The block. That's not.
Right
I don't
there,
think that's that big. I think you might be thinking of the South Coast Plaza Mall and then Costa Mesa.
No, not that one.
Yeah, I
No,
guess
Costa
it'd be the
Mesa's
block.
yeah.
It'd be the
Up
block.
to 55,
then.
I think. Closer.
Yeah, they got a what do they call it? That one. It's that Chuck E. Cheese for adults. What's that?
Oh, Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's is out there.
I love that place.
Chuck E. Cheese for adults, man.
Yeah. Actually, it was a funny thing you bring that up. The clinic that I work at right now.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that actually work in the clinic grew up in Victorville, so they remember the building before the company bought it like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Before it was a Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, big, huge square building, and then people would come in like, man, it's a big building too, and like we really don't use all of it, so there's a lot of extra space, big, offices that we hardly ever use. Like, why you guys have such a big building? Oh, we bought it off of Chuck E. Cheese, and like they renovated it, and it looks nice. I mean, you can't smell any pizza or anything like that in there, but it's a big building.
And feet.
Yeah, no, they took all the carpet out. There's no carpet in it.
I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday.
The Dave and Buster's one, the adult one.
We gotta take you to Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
Now you said that you're out here. You did a surgery for your rotation.
I did.
Now at the clinic there, you guys don't do surgeries.
No,
right?
no.
It's just pretty like routine checkups and stuff like that.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, there's no surgeries. No, we don't do anything like that there.
How important is it right now that you have a platform to go ahead and tell everybody to get these checkups? Because there's a lot of people that I'm sure skip them when you get them after like
you all know who you are too. I'm the one reminding you every time you come in. And don't worry, we have female providers too. Feel more comfortable with them, but make that appointment. And not only make that appointment, keep that appointment. A lot of people, they come in and I ask them, like, hey, when's your last, exam or something like that? And they're like, oh, like that long ago? And they're like, yeah, it's been like 3 or 4. No, it's like, when I had my son, my daughter, I was like, how old's your kid? 7.
Damn.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to get a physical done every year, but, sometimes they opt not to. So
yeah, but it's like
it's important though,
right?
Because screening for cancer. So
infections, so many other things that can happen, and I'm sure the reasons why some of them don't go is probably because they're embarrassed, because whatever excuse they make, but a lot of it is probably they're embarrassed, right? Because it hasn't been that long. But guess what? The longer you wait, the worse it's gonna get, right?
Yeah. No, they come in for those visits. So like if something's really bothering them, they'll come in.
You mean those visits?
The what? Yeah. A little visual aid.
Sorry.
Yeah,
we are being videotaped. So what I just did there was I opened up my fingers. Anyways,
yeah,
for the listeners.
Yeah, they get a little nervous, and then especially when they hear like there's a male. We always ask them at the front desk, "You okay with a male provider?"
Yeah, right.
Most of the time, they're like, "Yeah, that's fine."
Yeah.
And then when they come back, they like change their mind. They're like, "Oh, there's an old guy with white hair."
And they're like, "Nah, he's a creepy Latino dude, bald guy."
Yeah, we have actually a second dude who's bald,
yeah,
who sometimes works up there, but he's like older, shiny bald.
Oh, no.
So a lot of people come in, it's like, is it the fuzzy bald or the shiny bald guy?
The fuzzy bald.
Yeah, so that's how they know us apart.
So do they actually choose the fuzzy bald?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, when they schedule their appointments, they always ask, if they have anyone they prefer. So most of the time, I have no idea.
Do you have any regulars?
Yeah, we do.
Do you? No, but no. Do you have any regulars?
No. Oh, you know
you
what?
personally, Joel Lopez.
I don't know, honestly, because I see people, so often I see like at least 25, 30 people a day.
But you don't, none of them stands out, like the one that gets dolled up a little extra special for you,
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, when they come in, I'm in there for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, here you go. See you next time.
What made you get into this profession?
That's a funny story, actually. So when I was in undergrad at Cal Poly down here, I had a hard time trying to figure out what I really wanted to do. So when I actually at first, this was when like computers and the com sort of was just getting going back in like 2000. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do computer science, but I couldn't when I was a freshman because the major was impacted. so you basically were on a waiting list for like a whole year until like that year seniors graduated. Then they kind of bring in the next, year, whoever's behind them kind of in. So in the meantime, I was just taking a bunch of classes and I kind of just like, forget it.
Yeah.
So I started doing biotech. So I was thinking like, science and computers is kind of, two things I was really interested in. It's like, it's kind of cool, combine them both together. Until I really figured out that in the biotech industry, you're basically in a lab all day and you're just dealing with computers and just pipettes and just doing this all day. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I couldn't see myself doing that, not interacting with people. So
yeah,
ended up doing biology and was still kind of stuck. So I ended up having a class one time. There was this really cute girl, Nancy. I'll never.
Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy.
Shout out to Nancy.
And so Nancy, she was sitting like behind me and over on the next row.
Yeah.
And we were waiting. It was like first day of class, and I was, we were all waiting for the professor to come in, and he just killed time, and the obligatory like, what's your major?
Right.
What year are you? What classes you take in this quarter or whatever.
Right.
And so we started talking. I just wanted to talk to her. Like ask her out one time, and then when she told me she was pre-PA, I was like, of what? What the hell is that?
Yeah.
So she would kind of explain it to me. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And so I kind of, at that point, I just kind of worked on it.
Yeah.
Did all my classes, all the classes that I had already taken was going to help with the major. And you can pretty much major in anything. I started looking into schools, and the grad school that I went to is also in Pomona over at Western. Shout outs to Western University. They had a pretty good solid program. They had about 90 some odd seats every year for their PA class, which is really big. They have a PA school over at USC, but they're only like 30, I think 30, 35 last. I mean, this is like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, the numbers may have changed a little bit. Loma Linda's got one, but those are like 20, 24 seats. So it's really hard to get into. So, got into Western, which was actually the place where Nancy was like really kind of, looking to go to.
Chasing Nancy, huh?
No, well, here's the problem.
When she found out, she was like, did she get in?
She did a year after.
Oh.
But she was a single mom she was, working at the same time, taking care of her son. And so she wasn't taking classes at the rate that, I was doing. I was just knocking them out.
Right.
She was, a little bit further behind. And so, I told her, hey, I got in. And she was just like, she was excited. She's like, oh, good job.
Yeah.
I could tell, like, she's like, man, I'm waiting to get into. So,
yeah.
I just was trying to holler at a girl, and so I found a profession and a career out of it. So
thank you, Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy. She's out there. I'm sure she's working out there. See her occasionally on like Instagram and social media. I'm at work and selfies with all the girls and stuff.
Right. So. Nice. Now, you said that the class was 90 and that was pretty full. 90 students, right?
Yeah, it was like 95, 96.
And you said there's a waiting list to get in, something like that, right?
There was a waiting list in my undergrad trying to get into the computer science program.
Oh, okay.
But for Western, I think at the time, this was back in 2006, and I think there's about 400 applicants every year at the time, and obviously, so that's a 25% roughly chance that you're going to probably get a seat, but they only interviewed about 200 every year. So you have you get an interview, you got a 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
And so once they fill up those 90, once they send out the letters for those 90, however many students, they even go about another 12 or 15 students deep, just in case any of those students, get accepted to a different school that they want to go to. Mm-hmm. So there's a little bit of, they call it the alternate list.
Oh, okay.
So, which I was on, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, so luckily somebody who went somewhere else or just decided to kind of pass.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, or maybe they went to a different school, like a better school closer to home, or whatever the situation is. There was enough of those that I got in. I don't know where on that list I was, but I just know I was on the alternate list. So, so it was a lot. It was a little luck. I completely bombed the interview. I really thought it just was awful.
Yeah.
I thought it really sucked. I got out of there. I'm like, well, I'm going to have to, look for a job now.
Yeah.
But they sent me a letter like months later, Well, they told me first, you're on the alternate list. Well, just kind of hang tight just in case we send something else out later. So then it did come.
Nice.
It came my way. So
seems like somebody up there was looking out for you, huh?
Yeah.
Somebody in the admin?
Definitely. Well, yeah, hopefully. I don't know who
somebody
it was,
in the admin?
But yeah,
Nancy.
I need that $20 back, by the way.
Of the students that are in that, like the 90 students, what do you know, if you know the percentage of the students that actually pass and become PAs, or maybe pass, but
yeah, actually my year, they always post that because part of the schools, kind of to promote themselves, they want to say like 100% pass rate, not only from the class, but also when you have to take your boards, which is basically your national certification exam. So you don't pass that, you can't practice.
Right.
I think in my class, I think 2 people dropped out, and then 1 took a leave of absence, I think for a pregnancy. So there was 3 less than what we started, but everybody passed.
Yeah.
Everyone passed, finals in school and that sort of thing. And I think at the time it was like a 98% pass rate for your boards.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, maybe a couple people didn't pass the first time around.
Yeah.
But you still have an opportunity to kind of study. You got to wait like, I think 2-3 months to take the exam again. So it gives you time to kind of like study up and, kind of figure out where it was that you were deficient in and, kind of didn't, do well the first time around. So I passed my first time. I didn't think I did.
Yeah.
No, I left that building because they have like those professional test, how do you say, buildings? Like it's like a Sylvan sort of feel to it. You can walk in, ID, you have to show your passport, and it's like they lock down too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they give you a locker. They say put your phone in there, put your everything's got to go in there. You can't take anything to your desk.
Yeah.
Other than like maybe some water and a pencil, and that's it. But yeah, no, I left that. It's a 6-hour exam. It's a 6-hour exam, 360 questions, I believe. And yeah, because they're broken up into 60-minute exams. So each exam 60 questions. Yeah. And then I left, and I thought, I was like, damn, I gotta study and gotta come back and
get back on the horse.
Just get back on it. I really literally thought I just bombed it. And I had plenty of points to spare too. Yeah. You have to wait about a week for your results. That was the longest week ever.
I bet, dude.
Yeah, I got that email with my test results, and I was like, I don't want to open it up. But it was I passed. So
that's
I was
good.
like, cool. Then I think after that, I literally took like 6 weeks. I did absolutely nothing. I stayed home. I like slept in. I didn't even look for a job at that point because I was just so like, one, excited, 2, I was really proud. But I literally didn't do anything. And then about 6 weeks later, I was like, all right, got to get on the computer. I got to go look for a job now. So, because your student loans are going to start coming. You're going to start paying back real quick.
Oh, yeah.
They want their money back.
How long was your turnaround as far as you getting a job from when you graduated?
It was a couple of weeks.
It wasn't too bad.
It was a couple of weeks. I did a few interviews. I started working at a like a little community clinic out in Norwalk.
Okay.
Clinica Medica, kind of just small little family owned clinic. And I started working there for about a year and a half. And then the paychecks started coming late. They didn't have direct deposits. How kind of like low budget this place was.
What did you say? Clinica Medica?
Clinica Medica San Pedro. Because you see like Clinica Medica San Miguel, Clinica Medica this, Clinica. Actually, they're actually
bunch of Latinos.
Yeah.
Bunch of Latinos coming in there.
Yeah, well, especially in Norwalk. Yeah, so like 80% of my patients are all Spanish speaking.
What's wrong with Latinos?
No, there's nothing wrong with them, but they do bring a crowd.
They do.
So it's like you come. And it's like you got 2 patients.
They bring the family.
And they all come. La tia has to come. The grandma has to come. Because where's the grandma going? She's going to stay home? No, she's not going to stay home.
Yeah. Someone's got to watch her.
Why? Because they have AC in there. That's why.
That too. That too. And then, in the lobby, they always had the novellas running.
There you go.
It was never, novellas or the noticias.
No. What are you going to do? Stay at home sweating your balls all day?
Yeah, free AC.
Yeah. Why would the abuela be sweating her balls all day?
Dude, you obviously never met your abuela, man. Abuela's got balls, bro. Every abuela you meet has balls. Figuratively, man. Figuratively.
They would bring the families in because we would see like the kids too, and they always need physical, especially around like September when school starts. They need their physicals, sports. They come in with their physicals, and it's like you're seeing the whole family, the mom and like 3-4 kids, and they're all like whatever age,
got to get it all done all at once.
Yeah, well, when they schedule the appointment, they're like, we're all going to be seen for something. So it's like, oh man, it's like, but they kind of fit it in like sort of one visit. Everyone's in the same room, and the rooms aren't that big. So you're like 4 or 5 people in a room. You're kind of like moving around. There's not a lot of space. Yeah, You're like, all right, who's next? And you just jump up. You're like listening to, you know, their heart and lungs and stuff like that. So
yeah, but at least they're getting it done. They're getting their checkups, and I'm sure their insurance thing is pretty tough on them. So they got it's mostly cash over there, right?
A lot of cash. Yeah, it's probably like 25-30% cash. Everyone else is like, you know, has like Medicaid or you know, Medi-Cal and just all sorts of other, you know, kind of state funded programs, stuff like that. But
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Funny thing is, a lot of times the kids would come in and they're like, you know, I'd be asking the mom, okay, how's their diet? You know, our kid's like really overweight or obese or something like that. So you try and kind of, you know, like, oh, he eats real good. He eats healthy. And
oh, yeah, you could tell he's healthy.
Yeah, you can tell he's healthy.
He's the first fattest kid in the family.
No, and he's over there in the corner with a bag of like hot Cheetos. And the Sprite. We had
Las Flamitas.
Yeah, oh, man, the ones with lime. Oh, so good. But we had a liquor store, like 2 stores over. So when they're in the lobby and they're hungry, they walk over, grab some food, you know, at the liquor store, and you know they don't have anything healthy in there. They come back over and they coming in and
no sprouts over there.
They got ice. One kid's got ice cream. One kid's, you know, eating like hot Cheetos. Another kid's like, you know,
now it's Takis.
Oh, I can't stand those things. They're too salty.
Yeah,
I love hot Cheetos though.
So what happened when you told the mom, hey, you know?
No, we was like,
check your kid.
Yeah, it's just they just let them eat whatever.
Yeah, they're oblivious to it, right?
Yeah.
Put the blinders on.
As long as they're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as they're happy.
Mm.
So, I was going to ask you about you're going to Victorville. Have you had any crazy experiences, like stuck in traffic? And because you've been working there for 2-3 years at least?
No, about a year and a half now.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more.
About a year and a half. Not really.
Yeah, there hasn't been much, but I mean, you get the high winds over there, so you get a lot of trucks that flip over. Yeah. Nothing that stops you and gets you crazy.
Fall, winter time, it's really windy.
Yeah.
So once you get past, like where the 210 and the 15 are, it's like crazy wind up until you get to the top. It always feels like my car's gonna like roll over or something like that. It doesn't. I mean, I can feel it like, you know, like move sideways in the lane.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you have the bigger rigs going up too, and then you're just like, oh, I don't want to be over here.
Yeah.
You try and shoot past them real quick because I haven't seen any flip over, but I see a lot of those trailers kind of sliding around. Yeah,
you'll see them. They're out there.
Nothing too crazy though.
Did you go to schooling for this like right after high school?
Yeah, pretty much. Once I graduated high school, after summer, went to undergrad, and after that summer, went straight to graduate school.
How long of schooling did you do?
Let me see. So I was on the 5-year program for my 4-year undergrad, just because I changed majors a couple times. So it took a while to kind of like, get back into the classes I needed. So I did that. And then my master's program was only 2 years. Mm. So.
That's cool. That's where I remember you from high school.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we all went to high school together.
Yeah.
COVINA.
Finally,
we have the alumni in here, man. Jason, we had it last week, and he was from COVINA. Now we have J.Lo.
Yeah.
For a while there, we had 2 Northviews, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that?
Yeah, not them. No, I just because I've seen you a handful of times since high school, but the last time was your birthday, but I haven't really seen you in a long time. But
J.Lo's one of the he's not just a good friend of ours. He's family, So Joel's been around. How long have I known you, Joel? Since you were a junior, right? No, sophomore.
No, I was a sophomore because you were a junior, I think.
Yeah, you were a sophomore, so. Yeah, we go back.
Matter of fact, I thought you guys were the same grade.
No, I'm a year older.
Oh yeah.
And then there was me, and then actually when all you guys graduated senior year, it was just me and your brother.
Yeah, you guys are the last ones that stuck around.
Yeah, and Andres was a year behind me.
So, I was Andres' grade.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was gonna tell you, this guy used to have beautiful hair, man. Like kind of like yours, a little bit like yours, right?
You like my hair?
Yeah, I like your dude.
Shout out to Mal does hair 23.
Dude, it looks good,
at
man.
the clip joint.
She looks kind of European. Yeah, kind of European,
Oui. Is that
yeah, that's French.
That's French.
It's all right, dude.
Oui, whoa, whatever. But I did give him his first buzz cut.
Yeah.
So
I remember that.
Wait, you had hair?
I did.
You had hair like you, bro.
I had bangs. That's how much hair I had. It was like this short on the side, and then like from here up top. I know a lot of people listening can't see this, but basically I had just all shaved on the side, and then all this was just like slicked back.
I gotta look in the yearbook now.
Seriously,
I gotta look in the yearbook.
Yeah.
Dude, if his mom is listening to this show right now, she's probably turning this off right now because she hates that story, huh?
Mom, I'm gonna send you the link to this so you can watch this later. Yeah, actually, I went to his house and you'd always like.
She hated when you shaved his head.
Yeah. No, well, the first time it happened.
The first time
it happened, I came home and I was at his house actually at the Pink
House.
The Pink House. Yeah, the Pink House.
More stories.
Actually, it was Pink House.
And and I was like, hey, bro, I'm like, just give me a cut. And he's like, what do you want? I was just like, no, just fade it.
That's right.
I used to do crazy fades. Everybody came over.
Yeah, the fades.
How much would I charge you guys?
Me?
Well, you know, I'm not charging, but most of the other get $3, dude. A $3 fade. I did my own hair, yeah.
That's right. It was good. You were good.
I don't know how you did that, bro. Like fade your own hair. I tried it a couple times. It's not that easy.
I had the mirrors. We used to get down with that. You know? Yeah. No, now I'm too lazy to do it. But
I came home one time. My mom was like, "What the hell did you do to your hair?" She was pissed, and she was like, "Who did that?" And I was like, "I didn't say anything."
That's a good friend, right
well,
there.
she knew. Well, she knew I was a rep for that.
She knew, yeah.
And then she was like, "Was it Fidel?" And I was like, "Yeah."
She scolded me, man, when I got to that. When I went over the first time I went over after that, damn, she gave it to me. She was like, why would you do that to his hair? I'm like, well, he wanted it. He asked for it.
Yeah, no, she's cool.
I think she even gave me the, if he asked you to push him off a bridge, would you have done that? Boys are boys, man.
Boys will be boys, for sure.
Yeah, as long as the water's not cold.
Yeah.
So I had some really long hair. Then I just cut it. I think it was like junior year.
Yeah.
It was your senior year, and I remember because we always used to go to your house and play basketball. Like,
we did everything at the Pink House. Yeah. Boxing, basketball,
and I was
soccer.
like, I just get this hair all the way, and I was like, just give me a cut real quick.
Yeah.
And it all came out. And I think since then,
you never let it grow.
I haven't let it grow. I mean, I've let it grow on for like a month or two just to kind of see it. Just don't. That's not me anymore.
No.
Really? I think I'm gonna shave my head.
Do it, man. I'll do it for you. I got clippers.
I like my hair, dude.
Yeah, your hair looks good right now.
It's just better maintenance. I don't have to worry about.
That's true.
Yeah, you just wake up and get up and go. Take the mocos out of your eyes and then just go.
That's it.
Do you wet it?
What do you mean, like when I shower?
Or just when you wash up?
Yeah, I just soap it up real quick. Because your scalp gets a little greasy.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know. I've never had a bald head. I did it once.
We used to do it every summer.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude, that was the thing. My dad would just every summer, or that or when we got lice.
Yeah. Luckily, I never had that.
We didn't use shampoo, man. They just shaved our head, dude.
Yeah.
No shampoo for that.
I don't remember.
Shampoo, and they used to use the hair clippers that they used on the dog. I'm like, can we get a new set? Nah, for what? Here, I cleaned them off.
Just blow it out. It's good.
Shout out to my dad.
Shout out.
Hola, Fidel.
I remember. You guys with shaved heads,
yeah, dude. We used to shave our head once a year, man. Summertime, just shave your head, bam. And then it's not like during the year they would get us haircuts once a week or once every 2 weeks. We'd have to go to my tia Gloria's house. She'd give us a cut, dude. One time, dude, my hair grew so long, and I was thinking like, you know what? Give me something. I want something fancy, you know. And I don't know what she did, but when it was done, it looked like a perm. I had like Jerry curls. I swear to God, dude.
You said fancy.
I said fancy, but I sported that the whole year.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because
like Nacho Libre.
Yeah, I had the perm, man.
Was it? I don't remember.
This was in junior high. You weren't.
Oh, back then it was called a permanent.
It was a permanent. A permanent, dude. I had a permanent fade. That's
you had to reach for 3 syllables on that one.
Yeah,
forget the perm.
No, dude. I had that perm, and then but you know what? But that had to have been way better than what I had before, because I think in 5th or 6th grade I started letting it grow, and it was back in the day when people were wearing ponytails, and I had the shaved.
You had a ponytail?
Yeah, I had the side of the head was shaved, right, and then I just had that ponytail sticking out. Now I wouldn't always put it in a ponytail. It was sometimes it was just I let it hang out, and you wouldn't be able to see that I had shaved side head because the hair it was so long that it would just come right down. I mean, it wasn't that long, maybe down past my ears for sure, but not a lot of people knew. But yeah, I used to just, and the reason why I had that haircut was I think it was like during 1994, because that's when we had the U.S. had the soccer goalie Tony Meola. Do you guys remember Tony Meola? Yeah. Tony Meola used to have the ponytail like that, just like that. So I was like, I want the Tony Meola cut.
Yeah,
so
we'll get pictures for the viewers.
Yeah, we'll get the pictures.
You know what I had back in the day? I'm gonna real date myself with this. I think back in grade school, I had that mushroom cut. You remember that?
We all had that mushroom cut, dude.
Y'all did too?
It was like a bowl cut.
Yeah, but it was a little different though.
Depending on the size, depending on the size of the bowl,
like
right?
straight across.
Yeah,
you know, the mushroom kind of comes down towards the back.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
it kind of comes down.
Damn.
Man, I sported that for a year, like 4th, 5th, 6th grade. I think in junior high, I just like started letting it grow. I had like the I guess what you call like the boy cut, you know, part. I used to part on the side. I did that for a couple of years, and then pretty much like what I had.
You never did the bangs.
No.
You remember the bangs that the rebels used to do?
Mm-mm.
You remember the rebels?
Oh yeah,
I did
the
that
shaved head.
I remember.
I did that too, man.
I remember you did too. Yeah.
Andres was like really long, and he would part it to the side.
He'd like spike his up.
Yeah, he looked like some kind of like a bug, a grasshopper with insect antennas going on.
Sometimes he'd like make it look like a peacock tail.
That dude
where it comes straight up.
Oh
and,
yeah.
Like,
oh, that's right. Like Fernando Vargas used to do that.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
He used to look like the Statue of Liberty.
The old school breakers.
Yeah.
Used to sport that.
Dude.
Wearing the Adidas, they come with their cardboard, you know,
It was
pieces.
That era was for me. That era was the best because all I did was wear like blue jeans and a white shirt. That's it.
Pretty much.
And I had my chain from Nothing But Silver at the West Covina Mall. Y'all remember that, right? Nothing But Silver, NBS.
Dude, I used to steal from there.
Are you serious?
That's right. We were talking about that. You used to be klepto, you said, right?
Yeah, they were upstairs too.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, dude.
That's
Nothing But
some
Silver.
story.
And I used to go get my chain, my bracelet from there.
It's like a uniform.
Yeah.
It's like our own uniform.
With my bangs.
Ah, that's such an ugly look.
Yeah, it was ugly. But we did it.
Do you cut Vincent's hair? You don't cut?
I do now. Okay,
Oh,
so I have because right now I have probably Alex Guerrero's listening. Shout out Alex Guerrero, my barber from from Cut and Shave Barbershop over here in Baldwin
Shouting
Park.
out all the barbers.
Let's
today.
do it all. Let's get it all out there.
Clip
So
joint.
Cut and Shave Barbershop. Go out here off of Badillo and Baldwin Park. They'll do you up real good. Tuesdays they got $10 Tuesdays. They serve beer over there. They got micheladas over there. They hook you up, bro.
What's up? Clip joint? Where's the micheladas? I don't know what that is.
You don't know what micheladas are, or what? Okay,
No.
we'll continue.
Right.
Yeah, I have cut his hair because he asked me that he wanted me to cut his hair. He wanted like a different look. All right, cool. So I started giving him little fades, kind of like what I used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
And for sure, that's one of those things where it's not like a bike. You can get up and ride it again. If we haven't done it in so many years, you're gonna.
And everybody's hair is a little different. Too.
Oh, for sure.
Like mine's like really straight. You know,
Yeah.
if you have someone with either curly or wavy hair,
It's like his hair just kind of goes bam. It goes straight up in the air. It just sticks up.
That's
right?
like mine.
Yeah, that's how his hair is, and it's a little different. Like yours, I used to cut it with like a 3 on top, no more than a 3, sometimes 2. That's easy, right? Because your hair ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
But Vincent's hair,
He
wants it combed, and I need a lot of that. What is it? The moco de gorilla.
Yeah.
You got to put all that stuff
Tres
on there.
flores.
Tres flores.
I
You remember the tres flores?
Who's going out?
Yeah, right. But no, yeah. So I've done it a few times for him, but I still take him out there to the barber shop every once in a while. Yeah. Yeah, but
Clean it up a little bit.
yeah. But it's like your dad, that's kind of one of the things you do. Your dad gives you a haircut, right? And every once in a while, I'm still gonna cut his hair, and whether he likes it or not, Sometimes he gets mad because he's like he gets hair all over him because I don't do him up like the barbershop. They put the cape on him and not me. I just cut his hair, and he's like, my hair itches me, and I'm like, shut up. You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Just blow it off.
Yeah, blow it off. That's it. Get mom's blow dryer.
You just get one of those, what do you call the air compressor? The little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they use those at the barbershops all the time now.
Yeah, those are pretty good. I like them.
There's this on my drive home when I take like the back streets, I come. I think I forget the name of the street. Maybe it's Royal Oak in Duarte, and like every other Saturday there's this Hispanic family that the mom's cutting the boy's hair, like but in the driveway.
Oh shit!
But it's on like bumper to bumper traffic.
That's probably where it has the best lighting though.
That's
probably why she's doing it.
Yeah, but like hundreds of cars are passing, and then the kids are just sitting there in the driveway, like, and it's like 10 feet from the traffic, dude. It's hilarious,
dude. I mean, my parents took me to a barbershop. Maybe I don't know. I mean, they'll probably correct me, but from what I remember, like 6 or 7 times my whole life. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't go that often, or maybe I mean I'm exaggerating. It might be more, but. It feels like because we didn't go that often. I had a fro every single time, dude. I'd get one like once a year. And I'm telling you, I used to go to my dad Gloria's house, and she'd hook, or she'd come over to our house. and she give us all haircuts.
That's like when I was young, my dad used to take us all. My dad used to get a haircut every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then so I'd always go with him, and he'd be like, "All right, you're next." And then this was back in South Del Monte.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, where
South Del Monte.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
That's right.
Born in West Covina, but grew up first 9 years of my life out there.
Yeah.
There was this little barber shop. The guy, I always had the same guy do cut up my hair too.
What was his name? You remember?
I don't remember his name, bro. But I used to remember his eyes because every time he'd like try and like even up like the sides, he'd get in front of me, and then I just see like these like two eyes like just piercing like through my soul, kind of like he's like looking like this.
Viper eyes.
Yeah, and then he'd like look left, right, like this, like if he was off, okay. And come back, a good minute, come back to the front. And, I'm just like staring at the dude. I'm like, man, I just like have to look off to the side or something. But he'd be like, no. And he like, straighten my hair up, straighten my head out. And he just kind of do this, with this.
He was serious, dude.
Yeah, it was,
It's a craft.
This was back in the days when they still used a straight razor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no, well, they still use this.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah, dude.
I think that came back.
Oh, yeah.
That whole style. And
he would kind of clean up, the back of the neck and everything like that. Yeah, I'd be like there. He's like, like, don't move. Like I see this big old razor.
Yep.
I remember going to a barber since I was a kid. His name was Lou.
Same one? You still go to the same one?
No.
Oh.
I think he passed
now you
away.
said it's Mel, right?
Yeah, Mel does hair. I think he might have passed away. I could be wrong. I think he did. But since I was a kid, and I tripped out because he was an old school guy, dude. Yeah. With all these pictures and stuff. I remember he had a picture of a naked lady.
Nice.
So I was like,
is that the first time you saw a naked lady?
I think so. I think so. And I was like, we're going to go get a haircut? Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was, the old school barber with the hot foam and all that, the leather
strap. Let me wear my sweatpants.
Real cool. And then we went to him for years. He was my only guy for years. And then when I got older and I was able to drive, I just... from what I hear, Jacob went to him. Maybe he's still alive. I don't want to say he's dead. I don't know. But Jacob went to him until Jacob's my brother.
Right.
Till he was already old, too old. I think he had
Too old? What do you guys?
He had the shakes
on his lap or what?
The shakes. What is that called?
I thought Jacob was too old.
No, I was
like, did he have to sit on your lap?
Jacob, you don't gotta sit on his lap anymore. No, but he was old and he had the shakes, and I was kind of get that razor away.
That's one of those things where you just can't cut hair like that.
Yeah. But the people that worked for him are really loyal to him, and they ended up branching off and opening up their own places and stuff. So it was pretty cool. But
was he in La Puente?
He was in West Covina.
Oh.
West Covina. I tripped out on this story that my neighbor had told me, because my neighbor's an older guy, and he's like, we were talking about who we went to. I don't know how it got brought up, but he goes, I used to go to Lou a guy named Lou when he was a kid. And I was like, what? It was the same Lou. And when that guy was a kid, he went to Lou. But he used to be at the West Covina Mall before it was the West Covina Mall. Oh. Do you remember where Clifton's was?
Yeah.
Clifton's,
He was by, crazy, huh?
Yeah, I remember
it was a shop right there by Clifton's. He used to be there.
Oh, wow. I remember that. I do remember that.
I remember Clifton's.
Yeah, I tripped out. But that's, how old he was or whatever. But he was a cool guy. He was a cool old school veterano type.
Oh, veteranos are always the best, dude. Because they got right out of jail, they do the best.
Yeah, they had all the practice.
They do it quick, too.
Quick.
Yeah.
They don't fuck around. Quick. They do it real quick.
Yeah.
That's what it is, dude. Veteranos in the pen.
I
used to go to the guy, Mike, over here off of... dude, we are doing like a freaking barbershop. This is a barbershop podcast, right? This is a barbershop podcast. Anyways, Mike used to hook it up, too. He was Mike was a Marine, dude. He used to hook it up all the time, dude. And he used to always... The cool thing is that with him is he was all about second chance opportunities. And he'd always give out these dudes, you could tell right away they'd come over here. They're like this, and they're all, like Little Puppet. Remember Little Puppet in American Me? They all sounded and looked like Little Puppet. Yeah. But he'd always give them second chance, and this is where they would come in and they'd get their, cut their teeth here. Cool.
That's cool.
But anyways.
Anyway. Barbershop tangent.
That's the barbershop talk.
Shout out to all your barbers out there. There you go.
Out.
That's for you guys.
Hey, you were talking about one of the podcasts, Rudy.
I think Rudy Mason.
Actually, I don't remember his last name, but
with Jason, just the recent one?
Yeah, actually last week. Did you talk about Mad Dog?
Yeah, that's right. That was his nickname.
That's what it was.
Mad Dog.
Because I remember you talking.
Shout out to Rudy Mesa.
So he went to the service.
Yeah, Air Force.
Bro, I wouldn't have guessed.
Really?
Right? No, I was listening to. I've listened to all of them, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I was like, nah, I can't be that Rudy. Because I know there's a couple of Rudys, and I was like, maybe it was some other person that you knew. And I was just thinking like, man, little, you know, with Too Tall and all that. And I was like, I could not. Mad Dog.
I was going to say Rude Dog. Well, because Rude.
Yeah, Rude Dog, yeah.
No, he was Mad Dog. I called him Mad Dog. And I was like, nah, I couldn't have been him. I've been meaning to ask you that.
Yeah,
that was the
well, he was perfect size for the Air Force, right?
Yeah. I don't know if they have any limits, but he was like,
no, I think you have to be a certain weight for sure.
Yeah.
We can't, you know, you can't be 330 something pounds over there. I don't think. Right?
I don't know.
I had to ask you that because I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, that fool knows. Yeah. I mean, that's cool and everything, but I wouldn't have guessed.
No, yeah, he so from according to, because I haven't talked to him in years, but according to Jason, that dude just changed his life around.
That's cool.
Yeah, so good for him, man. Good for
Shout out Mad Dog.
That's right. You Jason too, huh?
Yeah. Pumbaa.
Yes, sir. That's what we didn't say, dude, in the podcast. That his nickname that we used to call him.
I know. Did I say that?
I'm not sure
in the first. Because I didn't know his name was Jason. I knew him as Pumbaa.
Yeah. We all knew him as Pumbaa.
But yeah.
I used to have crazy nicknames for him. I used to have a song for him. Pumbastic. You remember that song?
Mr. Boombastic?
Yeah. And I used to go, they call him Mr. Boombastic. Because we used to work out, right? Yeah. So we're like, he's not made of plastic. He's just made of rock and steel. He's Boombastic. I used to do that. I remember I used to sing that. I should have sang it.
Pumped him up. You should have sang it.
I'm going to sing it to him again. I'm just going to call him later on.
Get him on the line. Get him on the line.
Hey, get him on the line. Where's our producer? Where's our producer Fred?
He's got a phone a friend right now.
Producer Fred.
Yeah, man.
Hey, dude, I remember you telling me not so long ago, it was a recent story of when you went up to Vegas and you had a little bit of car problems over there.
It was a big car problem.
Why don't you tell my buddy Israel here what happened, dude? It's crazy.
So, my grandmother, actually, who lives like just down the block here, she's been preparing her house to put it on the market. She wants to sell it. And my grandfather, who passed away about 3 years ago, had basically, you know, everything like in the house, you know, and so my grandmother was like, you know, just getting rid of a lot of the furniture and stuff like that. And in order to paint the inside of the house, she needed all the bedrooms empty. But since my grandfather had passed away, family would come over and, you know, stay with my grandmother because she has a little bit of a mobility issue. She has like a permanent limp from really old surgery she had when she was young. So she has a hard time kind of getting up and down stairs and stuff like that. So anyways, my mom, who lives in Vegas, would come every other month and stay with my grandmother, you know, for the 4 weeks. And then she'd go back home. The last time my mother was here was probably like January. And so she hadn't been back because she's been dealing with some arthritis. So, you know,
your mom?
My mom.
Oh, okay.
So she actually had surgery done about 2 weeks ago for her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
how's she doing?
It's good. Her hand's a little swollen. It's her thumb that they had to like replace like a tendon in it. So they have like a cast on it, so she can't use her hand all that much right now. But
she's on that social media all the time, huh?
Nah, you know what? She's on the YouTube a lot.
Send her the link. Send her the link to How We Talk podcast.
And tell her to share it with all her friends.
So my grandmother called my mom and said, "Hey, I need all your stuff moved somewhere." You know, she's like, "I need you to figure something out." So my mom called me and was like, "Hey, can you just grab all my stuff and then, you know, just store it in the meantime till you come up?" So like, yeah, no problem. So on one weekend I went, emptied out the room, which was a lot more stuff than I was expecting. So I had put it all in my truck, and then I'm on my way home, you know, thinking like, man, it's a lot of stuff. And, you know, I have, you know, a whole lot of space for it, you know, at my place. So it was I think the first weekend where it got really hot out here.
Oh,
this
yeah.
maybe about like a month ago, maybe about 5-6 weeks ago, maybe.
Right.
When it just started getting really hot, like into the hundreds.
Like 112.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
There was a week before that I, you know, grabbed all her stuff, and I was like, oh man, let me see what, you know, the forecast looks like next weekend. And it was like 15 degrees hotter. And I was like, nah. I was like, I'm not going to wait till the weekend. So I went, you know, I called my mom and I said, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" It was like a Sunday afternoon. And she's like, "Nothing. Why?" I was like, "Do you mind if I stop and I just bring all your stuff to your place?" And I go, and she goes, "Yeah, I'll be here all day." So I literally went to Costco, gassed up, and I just literally took off straight there. So I ended up getting there around like 6:30 in the afternoon.
In the truck?
Yeah, in my truck. You know, emptied everything out, put it in her house, and then I stayed for a couple hours. You know, had dinner with her. You know, kind of chit chat and that sort of thing, and then you know, waited for it to get a little cooler so I can, you know, head back home. And I probably left her place around 9:30 at night. And about 20, 30 minutes after I'm on my way back, I probably passed like the strip, maybe about 15, 20 minutes before. And my truck starts to like do some weird, like crazy electrical stuff. It's never done it before. My truck's never given me any problems, ever. And I've had it since it was brand new. I've had the damn thing for like 14 years. Yeah. Never a problem with it. A bunch of lights start turning on the dash, you know, the airbag, the ABS brakes, all these like lights start just popping up. Like, what the hell's going on? And then like my radio just dies, just shuts off. And I'm like hitting the power, nothing. It's like nothing.
Yeah. And, Close encounters.
Yeah, dude, I was out in the middle of nowhere, and you know, it's dark. It's nighttime already, and my headlights start just dimming. My tachometer just dies. It's not even moving. And then my temperature gauge, this is when I knew something was wrong. The temperature gauge starts going down. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, my engine's not getting colder right now. I'm still driving in the middle of the Vegas desert. Yeah. And then like the last thing I saw was my speedometer. It starts whipping violently back and forth. And then it just starts like sputtering, you know, as if you're running out of gas. Yeah, yeah. But I just filled up right before I left. Yeah. It starts like, you know, just hiccuping. And then it just died. And then there's a big
vortex that just goes like this and picks them up.
Just right up. It was a long night.
A light just...
So anyways, my truck literally stalls on me, and I had enough momentum just to kind of park it off to the side of the road. And I was there for, I don't know, a good 30 minutes, and it's not turning on. Nothing's not, the electrical is just done. And I was like, damn. So I get on the phone, call my insurance. Like, yeah, we'll send a tow truck out to you, but it's going to be a while. It's going to be about an hour and a half wait. So I was like, all right, I'm stuck here. By the way, you know, my phone's like really low on battery. It's like 5% right now. Damn. You know, I didn't, you know, at the time I didn't have my charger in there because I had to empty out everything in my truck that I normally leave in there because I needed to fit all my mom's stuff in there. And so I didn't think.
You weren't thinking you were going to need a charger, right?
Yeah, I thought I was going to go home, you know, just empty all the stuff out. I didn't think I was going to take this trip to Vegas. Right? Yeah. So I didn't charge my phone or anything. I just literally, I just left town. I just went straight there. So anyways, I tell the guy too, I'm like, hey, I go, if I don't answer my phone, you guys call me. I go, just send someone out because I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. You know, but my phone's going to die. He's like, all right, man, we'll let you know. I'm talking to dispatch. And then about an hour and a half goes by and nothing. Damn. And it's probably like 11:30. And I got like a little bit of juice. I got like 2% left. So I call him up and I go, hey, you know, what's the status on this tow truck? And he's like, you still out there? And I go, yeah, nobody's showing up. I go, all right, let me, you know, we'll get somebody out there. Just, you know, hang tight, you know, whatever. Probably about midnight, my phone finally dies. Still no tow truck. And then so I get out in the back of my truck, put the tailgate down. The hazards are on the whole time. And I grabbed the jumper cables from inside my truck, and I'm just sitting in the back of the truck and just holding the jumper.
Just pimping it out.
Yeah, man, I was just holding the jumper cables. You know, I was just thinking like someone's gonna stop, right? You know, someone's gonna help me out or whatever.
Should put a wig on. That's what you should have done.
Man, dude, showed some leg.
Yeah,
should have. I didn't think about it. I was wearing pants too.
There you go.
No, you gotta take those pants off.
Yep. I should have. I didn't think about it. But
so what happened?
So I'm there, right? And about another 2 hours goes by, and nobody stopped. 2, tow truck still never showed up.
Wait, but to be fair, you got a black truck, and it's pitch black, I'm sure.
There's no lamp. There's no street lamps out
hazards.
there. Yeah, hazards on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in distress.
Yeah. But it could be some weirdo trying to make me stop so he could take my car and jack me up, right?
Yeah.
That's what most people are probably thinking. They're like,
I don't know. Sure. It was Sunday night.
How many cars do you think you saw pass by you?
Dude, I mean, there was cars hundreds at least, bro. Because like it was Sunday night, so everyone's coming back home.
Everyone's
coming back home from Vegas. I mean, it was late, but there was probably no more than maybe 30, 45 seconds at a time where there was another car coming.
Oh,
you know. I was like, whatever. But, you know, you just think, like, there's got to be, like, a car full of a bunch of dudes, you know? Like, it's one guy, you know, but whatever. Yeah. So, anyways, I actually saw a Nevada highway patrolman pass me and 2 flatbed tow trucks empty, too, and they passed me by. I looked back to see if, you know, they were going to, like, slow down. Not even brake lights, bro. They just, like, still took. They just left.
Nevada?
Yeah, man. I was probably about 15. I was probably about 15, 20 minutes from state line.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's about, I think, 3 a.m. at this point. And I'm like, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, I can't go anywhere and I can't call anybody because my phone's dead, you know. And at least someone, you know, pull over if they don't want to help me out. Hey, can I borrow your phone real quick?
Yeah.
You know, just something. So it's 3 o'clock and I'm just thinking, all right, this is like that critical time where I got to make a decision. I sit in this truck, wait until morning. I still can't call anybody. Someone probably doesn't know I'm still out here. And it's going to get hot. Once that sun comes up, it's going to get hot. Yeah. Or it's dark. It's cool enough. I can walk my ass all the way back to wherever the next building was, which is what I did. So I think it was about 8 or 9 miles. I just walked towards Vegas, and I'm just right on the side of the road. And
no coyotes, no nothing like that.
Nah, there was no wildlife out there. There's a bunch of cars.
No wildcats.
Well, I don't know if they were looking at me. I didn't see them. If they were following me, I didn't see them. I mean, dude, I was just walking back. I think it took me about 3.5 hours. I ended up showing up at some like off to the side. I think it was called the M Resort and Casino. Shout outs to the M.
There you go.
Yeah, you guys really saved my life because I walked right up to the. It was busy too. It was like 6:30 in the morning. People were like checking in already. There's something going on there. But the guy at the counter is like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "Look, bro, I just need a break here." I go, and so I give him the short story, and he's like, "Damn, dude." He's like, "Yeah, dude, just use the phone real quick."
Yeah.
I called my mom. It's going straight to voicemail. She's not picking up. So I call the tow truck guys, again, and I'm like, "What the hell?" I was like, "There's no tow truck still."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my god, like I can't believe you." I was like, "Dude, I walked like 3 hours, and I'm over here at some hotel." I'm like, "Can you send the tow truck to come pick me up and then go pick up my truck?" So finally, 3 hours later, after I made that call around like 7 o'clock. I think it was about 10 o'clock. Guy comes by, picks me up, and like I hop in. He goes, "You that guy waiting for that tow truck all night?" I goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, bro." I goes, "Yeah, let's go get your truck real quick." And he goes, "Hey, who's supposed to come out?" And I was like, I don't remember. He ended up saying the name of the first tow company, 777 Tow Company. Y'all suck.
Damn, no shout out.
No shout out.
No shout out. That's like negative shout out.
777.
Yeah, so the guy ended up telling me, he's like, they end up stranding a lot of people, and they're usually the ones that come by and like pick up.
That's the worst place to get stranded at too, man. And
it's like on the middle of nowhere. That was the closest.
Imagine it was that guy. He's like, "Yeah, I kept passing this blonde in a black truck."
That was bro. That was awful.
I didn't want to pick her up.
I didn't. I mean, obviously, I hadn't slept since I woke up Sunday morning. It's already Monday morning because when I was waiting for the tow truck all night, I was walking my ass all morning. So it's already like almost noon. We get the truck, bring it back into the city, brought it to a garage, and it was the alternator. It's still the stock alternator 14 years later, and I was just like, damn, it should have been replaced easily a long time ago.
Yeah.
But, it's just you can't predict when it's going to go out. But if your truck's going to go out the first time ever, it doesn't have to do in the middle of the Vegas desert. Nowhere. Like, it could have been like down the street from home or whatever.
But you know what? That's a good truck you got.
Yeah,
they're very good trucks.
Yeah, Tacoma. 2003, I went, I think I went over like 225,000 miles.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's also the owner, so he kept his car well maintained.
Yeah, for sure.
There's some people that don't, and their car lasts.
It drives like a tank, bro. Like I've taken it cross country out to North Carolina. I drove it out there to North Carolina. I moved out there about 4 years ago.
Oh, you moved out there?
I did. Yeah, I was in Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
I was out there for about 2.5 years. That was from 2014 to when did I get back? Last year? Last
years
March.
ago, I think, right?
Last March.
Oh, was last March?
Yeah, last February, March.
Right on.
So
went to the Laker game.
That's right. I came back.
Right.
And one of the first things we did was hit up the Laker game.
Nice.
This guy hit me up. He's like, "Hey, I get back in this day or whatever." I'm like, "Oh, you do? Yeah. All right." I called my ticket guy and I was like, "Hey, you got tickets available for this for tonight?" Was it for that same day? That same night?
I don't remember.
I think it was for that same night.
I don't remember.
And then, or a couple nights after or something like that. But anyways,
I just remember you just like hit me up.
You got tickets? He goes, yeah, I got tickets. And I'm like, all right, hook it up. So 4 tickets, and we went to that Laker game. Like, there's no other way to welcome back a brother like this guy than with a Laker game.
Yeah. Or a Dodger game.
Or a Dodger
game would have worked too.
Dodger game would have worked
But
too.
I don't think they were playing.
No, they weren't playing at that time. Off season. But yeah.
Yeah, because I was in March. Yeah, I was in March.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so spring training time.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Did all the whole, when you guys came back, you guys stopped by all the, hit all the spots to see, right? All the tourist spots when you drove back?
Yeah, actually.
Like I know you guys went to New Orleans for a little bit, right?
Yeah, actually, it was funny because
Mardi Gras?
I didn't realize at the time that I was planning the trip back. We wanted to kind of like, actually we both drove our car, drove our cars individually out there. And then we just took one car back, but I had my truck shipped back. Actually to my dad's place. So it was, my truck was waiting for me when we get back, so we took like a 7-day So just a week, just kind of trip. And as I was planning the trip, I was like, we'll stop in New Orleans. I had a cousin who actually lives in Georgia that I wanted to. Janet, thank you so much. Jason, thanks for cooking up that barbecue, bro. I mean, that was some good grub. They lived in Georgia, so I stopped by their place for a night. Went to New Orleans, and I was like, why are the like hotels so expensive in the middle of the week? It was Mardi Gras.
Damn.
And I didn't realize it, so I was like, extra day. So we ended up spending a couple nights in New Orleans during Mardi Gras.
That's cool.
It was really cool.
Did you come back with beads?
Heck yeah, yeah, bro. I got a mean picture too. It's a massive beads. Beads, yeah, yes. Just massive, just collection of beads, and I kept one string of the LA Dodgers. They had an LA Dodger one, so I kept that one.
Nice.
Yeah, that was fun. New Orleans would be an awesome place to go visit again, even like non Mardi Gras, non like party kind of city. It's
I've
really
always
cool
wanted to go over there, like that French Quarter. Just check it out.
Yeah,
it's dope.
Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah. I actually went there.
That's
I had
cool.
the beignets.
Yeah,
I got a bag of them, and they're good because they make them fresh. There's like 2 lines. There's like a line to get in to sit at the cafe, and then there's a second line, like a takeout window. Yeah. And you just walk. You're waiting in line for at least 30 minutes till you get to the window. But they're pretty quick because they're just in there. There's tons of people in there just cooking there, and they're just whipping them out. Yeah. After that, I think we went to visit some family in Texas, like Austin. I think it was Austin, and then Grand Canyon. Went to the Grand stop by the Grand Canyon. I think that was like a 2-day kind of
little excursion.
Yeah, a little stop right there.
That's cool.
And then from there, same day we got to my dad's. So
right on.
It took about a week.
That's nice little experience to do, right? Yeah. Cross country, stop by some spots.
I've never done it before, so I was like,
no, I've never done that, dude. I've only
perfect opportunity,
And you said it was 7 days?
Yeah, it was about a week.
I think I did remember when Jacob was in Texas,
right?
And then my dad and I flew out there. He picked us up, and then we drove back, packed him up. Well, they packed already, but
when they came back,
when they came back, and we drove back, and he took us through Flagstaff and stuff like that.
The Beetle came back.
The Beetle came back on a flatbed.
Oh, on a flatbed. I was gonna say, damn, that thing.
Yeah. Or did it? Yeah.
On a flatbed.
Yeah. You want to know something crazy, dude? I lost my wallet over there. Oh. I think it was like in Flagstaff. I remember I went to stopped at the gas station or something, and then I bought stuff, and they gave me a bag, and then my hands were full, my wallet, and so I just put it in the bag. Drove out of there. I think a whole day out of there. Yeah. So then,
until you realized that?
we got to the next gas station, and then all that same bag, we used it as a trash bag. Yeah. But my wallet was still there, and we threw it away. Oh. And I didn't think about it until I realized it was gone. I was like, where did?
Yeah, it's on a cash.
That's a pain in the butt.
I had cash, my cards, everything, my ID, and then I remembered. I go. It was weird to me that the bag was heavy when I threw it away because it was just trash. And then,
a thick wallet.
But I had the receipt in my pocket. So then I'm searching through my clothes in the hotel, and then I go, I think this is it. I called, and luckily that no one picked up the trash. And the girl was like, hold on, I gotta lock the door. She was really nice. She locked the door to the gas station, went into the trash cans, dude, and found it. And then she goes, well, I'll talk to my manager. We'll mail it out to you. I didn't have that much money, maybe like $100 or something. I go, keep the cash, guys. Keep it, please. Yeah. And they're like, no. We'll get it to you. Don't worry. And they mailed it to me.
With the cash? Wow.
Everything.
Oh,
everything.
Man. There's some good people out there. So
for real.
Some lazy trash people, too.
Out of California, there was some good people.
That was in Texas? You said? Oh, no,
Flagstaff. Was that Arizona?
Arizona.
Yeah. Great people, I guess.
They just don't take out the trash very often.
No.
The dirty but good people. No, man, that's good though. That's really good.
Crazy story, man.
Damn, dude, I feel like we could talk with J.Lo forever, man. Like, there's so many stories that we still haven't even got across, but time is running out. You got anything else?
The surface.
I'm good, dude. I mean, other than this stuff here and then the ticket stuff, but
before that, I do want to ask you something because I think it's very important that someone that you have considering and knowing what you've gone through as far as your schooling, PA school, everything, your career, because it's a career. If you were to do this all over again, because there's probably some kids out there right now that are watching this, or maybe their parents are watching this and they're going to see this, they're going to remember this. Is there any way that you would do it differently?
Yeah.
the whole process of it? Is there anything you would do different?
I probably wouldn't have done it at all.
It was never mind, parents.
Never mind.
No, actually, the honest truth is, I'm really glad I did it, and I kind of compare it to, not that I've ever been in the service, but you know, like when you sign up for you know, like boot camp or you know, basic or something, like you kind of know what to expect, but you don't know until you go through it. You know, and the people that you're in with it are the only people who can really relate to that. Right. So it was 2 years of my life where, and you could probably attest to this, man. Like I didn't call anybody. I didn't see anybody for birthdays. You know,
you lost a lot of weight.
Dude, I've lost a lot of sleep. I lost a lot of, dude. It was 2 years of just solid. It was rough. I just went underground, really. Yeah. You know, because I was just, you know, had my head in the books, and it was rough. But if I would recommend it, I'd love what I do. I'm glad I did it. But it's like, would I ever do it again? I don't think so. But it's rough. Mo, if it's a goal of somebody, yeah. Like if it's something that you really know you want to do, it's a great profession. Like I said, I love what I do. I love the you know, kind of making a difference in the, you know, people's lives that I see in clinic and have encounters with. But it's rough, bro. There's nothing that I think that could really prepare you for it.
What about as far as the path that you took to get to there? Like your schooling, like the steps that you took, is there anything that you could have maybe a little faster, something that you probably didn't have to waste your time on, or the path that you took was the correct one, you think?
It's pretty straightforward because all the schools have kind of like a little checklist. You know, they say like, hey, you know, you need these certain classes, and a lot of them you end up doing like general ed and stuff like that. So it's pretty simple, and everything's really laid out for you. So every school is going to give you like an outline and say, yo, this is what you need. If you don't have any of this right here, don't even bother to even apply, because you're just not gonna get in. So you just basically work on everything on that list, whether if it's like clinical hours, you volunteer, or you already, you know, work at a clinic in some, you know, way, shape, or form. But you have to have some more clinical sort of, you know, job duty there. You can't just be like, you know, oh, I work the front desk and answer phone calls. You know, that really doesn't count. But just you know, you have your grades, you got your classes. Everything's pretty much just laid out for you. So you can make it really simple for yourself and then just kind of go for it and just knock everything out when you can. Other than that, it's
just stick with it.
Yeah, just stick with it. Stick with the plan, and a lot of it's time management. Yeah, you know, time management, because there's a lot to do, and you just have to really figure out how to get it all done. You know, when you can kind of get it done and just keep moving on to the next step.
Right on, man. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you did it.
Thank you.
All that hard work. Proud of you guys. You know, we tell you all the time that we're proud of you. So
yeah, man. Thank you.
Good job,
Appreciate that.
And there you have it, man. Local guy from West Covina over here worked his butt off to get to where he's at, and he's still doing it. So good job, bro.
Yeah.
10 years into it, and it doesn't feel like that long. But
no.
10 years.
Oh, right on. But why don't you go ahead and tell the people over here about these hats?
Their hats.
There you go. There you have it. Their hats.
These are, I guess, the final product of what we're trying to get out there. We're going to be selling them, for one. Also, our guests will get them. So if you want one,
we'll have some kind of a little gift for them. Every guest that comes in.
Yeah, we also might do some like trivia. I was thinking maybe some trivia or something for the gram, just to get them out there, and we'll see what we come up with. But yeah.
Tell us what you guys think. You know, some of these unfortunately, some of these hats are already taken. The checks did clear, so they all have names for them now. So except for that one over there. No, I'm just kidding. That's Israel's. What is that rose thing? What is that?
That's my pin, man.
Well, I know, but what kind of pin is that? What kind of meaning? Pin. What kind of meaning does it have?
It's very special meaning.
Is that personal? Is that for another podcast?
Yeah, we'll leave it for another podcast. But it's a very special pin to me.
I didn't mean anything by it. It's nice. No. It's cute. And we still have our Jason Pumbaa dog Hernandez.
That's always gonna be here.
Hooked it up. Yeah, we're gonna have that. That's gonna travel with us no matter what. No matter where we take this podcast. Like for example today.
Gotta take it on the road.
We drove really far for this, man.
We did drive far for this. Jeez. Also, congrats to
David Ramos.
David Ramos,
congratulations. He's the winner for the Dodger tickets giveaway.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I know him personally.
Oh, okay.
That's why I couldn't decide. It was hard for me to decide because there's so many good stories, and I had them ranked, and and then your ranking. They're just two person. And I said, you know what? We were gonna flip quarters and shit, but we ended up contacting Lizette. She hooked it up. Shout out to Lizette. Winner. She was a previous winner of our first Dodger giveaway. Right? Yeah, and I told her she has no connection with anybody. She doesn't know anybody. I go, you decide. You find out which one you think is the best story, and
who had the best
she came up with David's and there you go. So congratulations to David. Thank you, Lizette, for continuing supporting the show. And there you have it. Stick around. We're gonna have another giveaway pretty soon. We're gonna do it totally different. No more stories this time. Yeah. We'll figure out a different way. But congrats to David. We'll see you Thursday. You only get 1 bag of peanuts though. Only 1 bag. Yeah. Budget cuts. We haven't sold any yet. No. We're too busy giving them out. And there you have it, man. Take care. Peace out. Fidel here from How We Talk Podcast. See you later, guys. I'm Izzy once again.
Yo, J.Lo out.
Adios.
Deuces.
See ya.